In this video I will tell you about 10 great watches that you won't regret buying. Any of these watches are great and will serve you well for many years to come, and you actually can buy them. If you will combine some of these watches, you can have a great 3 or 2 watch collection. I will say something controversial right now, but this is my strong opinion. Don't start your watch collection with Seiko. You may be disappointed in watches. I would suggest get Seiko after you have experience with some Swiss or German watches already. And I'm speaking from my personal experience. All of the watches I will be talking about I either have in my collection or had a chance to spend some time with it. And some of these watches I have had in my collection for several years already, so I vote for them with my own money. And I will start with the cheapest on the list, the Tissot PRX. This is arguably one of the best watches you can buy for your money in its class. I have had the Quartz PRX in my collection for 2 years already, and I can say that this is a very well made watch. It looks more expensive than it is. Tissot made a very smart move with bringing its model from the 70s. It is a great looking model with an integrated bracelet. Since its introduction, Tissot added much more models to the line, so you have plenty of variants to choose from. Different dial colors, sizes, and you can even choose between automatic movement and a quartz one. The specifications of the watch is also impressive. So you have your 100 meters of water resistance, but no screw down crown. You have a very nicely polished and finished watch. You have a sapphire crystal. You have a lume. This Tissot has everything to be your everyday watch. Another watch that I want to talk about in this video is this Hamilton Khaki Field automatic model. The Khaki model is an old and well-known classic from Hamilton. The watch was featured in many movies. It is a very respected model in the watch community. Earlier this year, Hamilton raised the prices. I think it was due, because before the price was just too good for what the watch was offering. Now, the raise was a bit too steep, but it is still a very good watch in the affordable range. It is a well-known brand, very attractive. You literally can buy it anywhere. The specs are solid and many variants are available. With this particular model, you have 2 different sizes, 38 and 42. This one is the 42 one that I have had for about 6 years already. And I did service to this watch recently, which I made video about. How much did it cost to service the watch here in Toronto in Watch Service Center. The specs of the watch are great. It has a good and reliable movement with 80 hours of power reserve. It has 100 meters of water resistance and also no screw down crown. It has a slightly domed sapphire crystal with no anti-reflective coating, which I think the watch would benefit from. I think that anti-reflective coating on the glass would elevate the watch tremendously. It also has a transparent back case so you can look at the movement. It is a perfect, easy to read, easy to wear watch for your everyday needs. The next one, I'm going to be talking about the watch that I had a review last year. It is a Nomos Club. I was impressed by this model so much that I even wanted to add it to my collection, but I had some other watches coming, so I couldn't stretch my budget to another watch to get. But this watch that I was so impressed, and I still love it a lot, and I still want to have this watch in my collection. The model offers something only very high-end watch brands can offer today. With Nomos Club, you are getting a true in-house movement, the great attention to details. The Nomos movements are incredible. If you will be buying Nomos, make sure to get a model with transparent back case so you can enjoy the beautiful movement of this manufacturer. With Nomos Club, you got different size and color variations. And this watch also comes with 100 meters of water resistance, and so you can have a peace of mind for your everyday use. Another watch that I want to talk about is the Heuer Aquaracer. I have 2 Aquaracer quartz models in my collection, and I think for the price, this is a very good option. And they also have different variations of the model. The one that I have is the older model. Now they have the updated model with a little bit different design, but I still think that the price for the watch is really great. And you can get a quartz model or you can get automatic model as well. I know that the Heuer watches don't get much love in the watch community, but I think their Aquaracer line is good to consider as your everyday driver. I know that quartz is not for everyone, but if you have several watches in your collection, there's a definitely place for quartz. But for those who are not into quartz at all, there also Heuer Aquaracer models with automatic movement available. These days they got plenty of models: solar graph, automatic quartz, stainless steel, titanium, professional 200, professional 300. Next watch I want to talk about, the watch that I also have in my collection, is a Cartier Tank. Continuing talking about quartz watches, I want to mention another watch, the Cartier Tank Must, not the Solar Beat, the regular model. When I was preparing this video, I noticed that the Cartier Tank and other Cartier models got another price increase, at least here in Canada. The current price is set to 4,600 Canadian dollars. It was another couple of hundreds increase. Last year the price for the same watch was 3,600 Canadian dollars. It's about 1,000 Canadian dollars increase in 1 year. So it makes a bit difficult to justify the watch considering the specs. With the older prices, I would say it's worth the money for sure. I'm not quite sure about this right now, but let me tell you why I think that the Cartier Tank is a good watch. Yes, it's quartz, but what you're getting is a pure classic and iconic watch from the iconic brand. The watch features a true timeless design. It is stylish and elegant. The quartz movement should keep your watch alive for about 7 years, according to Cartier, so it is eliminating the hassle of maintenance. I think that the Cartier Tank can be a great everyday companion for a regular city life. Next watch on the list is the Tudor Black Bay 58, which I also have in my collection, and I have this watch for almost 2 years already, and it's been great. I think if you will take into consideration all the specs and the design and the quality, this is one of the best offerings on the market today. The blue dial model checks all my boxes. The vintage Tudor diver inspired design, but at the same time no fox patina, which is great. The perfect 38mm case size. The bracelet is comfortable and reminds me of vintage Rolexes, which I actually like more than the modern ones. 200 meters of water resistance and a screw down crown, so you can take it to a beach or a pool with no problem. I have swimmen with this watch for many times. I took this watch with me on vacation and it served me well. The COSC certified movement has you covered with the accuracy, which I have no complaints about. I love how the watch wears on my 17cm wrist. The size and the proportions are great. I love my Black Bay 58 and it's my ultimate vacation watch. It is nearly perfect watch in the current watch market. When I was buying this watch about 2 years ago, it actually was pretty hard to find this particular model. And in general, the Black Bay 58 was pretty hard to find. But as of right now, I think there's no problem to buy a Black Bay 58, either blue or black model. They are pretty available on the market right now. And if you want to save some money, you can buy pre-owned as well. Another watch that I want to talk about is not quite popular. People don't talk about this watch much. It's Breitling Avenger. Okay, again, while I was preparing this video, Breitling released a new updated Avenger line and increased the price. So it's tricky with this watch again. I have not seen them yet, but I think I like the older version better. So I will be referring to the older version, which I think is great. It is overlooked and I think a little bit underrated right now. I think it is a very beautiful diver watch. The watch is large and prominent. For me, the size is a bit on the bigger side, but still I think I could pull it off. The specs of the watch are great. You have a bold diver design, the watch has a 300 meters of water resistance and a screw-down crown, anti-reflective coating on both sides of the sapphire crystal. The case size is 43 millimeters, case thickness is 12.2 millimeters. You have an automatic COSC certified chronometer movement with 38 hours of power reserve. The next watch on the list is Grand Seiko Skyflake. I wasn't really a big fan of Grand Seiko watches. I respect them a lot and I think it delivers a very good value for the money. But some time ago I did a review of the Seiko Skyflake SBGA407G and I fell in love. And now this is one of my favorite Grand Seiko models. Another Grand Seiko that I love a lot is SBGW231G. But this is more of a classic watch. The Skyflake is different because it embodies everything that Grand Seiko is about. You have an incredible Zaratsu polishing, a spring dive movement, and the beautiful nature-inspired dial. This Skyflake is one of the most unusual watches I have experience with. If I had some free budget to spend on Grand Seiko, this probably would be one of my first choices. It has a 70 hours of power reserve. The power reserve indicator is featured on the dial. It has sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating and it has 100 meters of water resistance that makes this watch a true everyday piece. The next watch on the list is the IWC Mark XX. I have an older version of IWC Mark. This is the Mark 18 Le Petit Prince and I love this watch a lot. I wasn't considering buying it, but when I had it for a review, I could not let it go, so I had to get it in my collection. I think that the Mark XX from IWC is one of the best luxury everyday watches you can buy from the brand. As I said, I have the older Mark 18 version and I love it a lot and wear it almost every other day. But the new Mark XX is a much better updated model. It has a clean, simple, perfect dial design, the classic pilot's watch design. At the same time, it's not too sporty, so it would be your great everyday companion. The specifications of the Mark XX are much better compared to my older Mark 18. You have a 40mm case diameter and shorter lug-to-lug size. The IWC Mark XX measures 40mm in diameter and 10.8mm in thickness and 49mm lug-to-lug, which is less than the previous iteration. This one is 51mm lug-to-lug. You are getting 100 meters of water resistance and a screw-down crown. It also features the enhanced movement with 120 hours of power reserve. And the last watch on the list is Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra. The Aqua Terra is a very popular model from Omega, but at the same time I feel like this model is always in the shadow of their headliner Seamaster 300. Aqua Terra comes with great design and specs, also with a wide range of dial and size combinations. The watch is simple but very capable. It can be your companion for many years to come. It has a META certified Omega movement with about 60 hours of power reserve. The movement is also anti-magnetic for up to 15,000 Gauss. The watch has 100 meters of water resistance and a screw-down crown. It has a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating underneath. So these are 10 watches that I think you won't regret buying. They are from different price ranges and I think all of them are great, and as you can see, many of them I have in my collection and I really like them and I really enjoy them. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about these models and which watch would you add to this list. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye now and take care.